Criminal Minds first aired on September 22, 2005 on CBS with 7 lead actors: Jason Gideon, Aaron Hotchner, Al Greenaway, Derek Morgan, Dr. Spencer Reid, Jennifer Jeru, and Penelope Garcia. This cast helped make the show what it is today. Fans loved the storyline that was shown in each episode, even when they were not just trying to find their suspects. The storyline had fans sitting on the edge of their seats, waiting each week for the next episode. In my opinion, I believe that this show should be canceled because the main characters have left throughout the seasons, the storyline has gotten worse as the seasons have gone on, it is not getting as many views or popularity, and the suspects' stories are becoming very similar to ones in the past. This really has left me thinking, are the creators and directors continuing to make the show just to make a profit? While the first few seasons had the main 7 lead characters in it, they slowly started to dissipate as the seasons went on. Now that the show is on season 15, only Dr. Spencer Reid, Jennifer Jeru, and Penelope Garcia are left, and still have a role on the show. Some characters lasted longer than others, with some leaving only a few seasons in and some lasting longer. One character that didn't last long in the show and was the first to go was Lola Glaudini, who played Al Greenaway. She only made it to the end of season 2. While Glaudini left because she was unhappy of living in Los Angeles and wanted to move back to the East Coast, leaving started this ripple effect of a main character leaving off the show every few seasons. Another actor, like Shemar Moore, who played Derek Morgan in this series, lasted the longest of the main characters. He was able to make it all the way to season 12 before he left. While Morgan left to focus on a new show called SWAT, very similar to Criminal Minds, the directors of Criminal Minds were having a very hard time finding a replacement for Shemar Moore that fans would love. With many of these characters leaving, fans also slowly started to leave as each one of their characters disappeared. With each episode, the cast was out finding suspects. The directors had a storyline built in throughout every episode. With each character, we got to see a glimpse into their lives in each episode, with some going through more personal issues than others. Characters like Dr. Spencer Reid, who is a genius and who can remember anything and everything. She's able to read books and files within a few seconds. Her life seemed fine, but she would always write letters to his mother, who he was very close with, and even his mother, who was very smart, was dealing with schizophrenia, and this was very hard on Doctor. Others, like Thomas Gibson's character, Aaron Hotchner, had a rough storyline. Hotchner had to deal with the death of his wife, who was killed by one of their suspects. With the death of his wife, he was left to raise his son on his own, and luckily he got help from some of the other people on his team. While the main character had good storylines that made you want to dig deeper as the episodes went on, their stories left and ended. When these new characters came in, their storylines were not as interesting as the original 6. It seemed like the directors had a hard time trying to come up with new storylines. All the storylines were similar to others in the past. There was nothing new. While not only has the storylines become boring, but the directors and the creators of the series have seemed to run out of suspects and crimes to write about. In newer seasons, some of the suspects are new, but along with the storyline, most of the episodes have suspects that are similar to ones in the previous seasons. The suspects are so similar that they would perform the same crimes the same way and even kill or kidnap the same kind of people. The only differences would be what they look like, where they live, or what happened in their life to cause them to do what they did. With the directors and creators' lack of creativity for these new suspects, the audience has lost interest because they're not able to sit and feel like they're solving the crimes because they know what happens from the past and don't get hooked on the episode. With all of these big changes that have happened throughout the seasons on Criminal Minds, it has caused the loss of most of the original cast, the storyline getting worse as the seasons go on, and the suspects being similar to ones in the past. While the first few seasons were very good, the last few have gone down the drain. I think with the creators and directors seeing this feedback, they should cancel the show and start something new. If not canceling the show as a whole, take into careful consideration what the fans would want to see and make a change.